Alright guys, in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to replace both radiator fans, condenser and radiator fan. You're going to see me do this on a 4-cylinder, but the procedure overall is the same. And the fans, I'm going to show you the part number. It's going to be a little bit different here, so you're going to have to put a strap tie. So the reason why we change, they're not bad. So if your car is overheating and your fans are not working, so this customer wants to change them because they're squealing and he doesn't like to be overheating. So I got two fans over here. So we have part number here. This is Four Seasons 76342. This is one of the fans. We're gonna keep them in order, so that way we have everything in order. So they're not cheap. So that's what that look like. That might be this little fan right here because it has that same plate. Okay, so it has two bolts on the top, and then it has base on the bottom, and then we got this little guy right here. Okay. And I'm gonna show you the part number on this. This is also a Four Seasons 76341. We're gonna match up the fans as we go along to see which one goes where. So this one is a little different. It has a connector in the bottom right there. It has two bolts as well. So that's how this looks. So what we're gonna do is, I just want to see the fans. So this one has a plate. So that's the one with the plate. So the first part number I showed you guys. So we're just gonna keep these fans on top in order. What we're gonna do is, we're not gonna drain the antifreeze. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna take off this piping over here, and then we'll just put it. We don't even gotta move that. We just push that to the side here. So we're gonna take out the connector and two bolts. The connector is all the way down there, and for that one is all the way down there. We're also gonna take this out. So we got a 10mm gear wrench here, and we got this fork over here. You will have these clips. Usually they will give you a hard time. You're gonna have to go right from the center there and lift these up, and this whole thing will just come out just like that, and you have a lot of clearance over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect the connectors down here. So be careful, you don't yank on the cables. I like to kind of squeeze the connectors and push out. So both hands will be ideal here, but one can do it. Just take it easy. Okay, we're gonna get that off in a moment. And then we got one more connector down here for this fan right here. Okay, so I'm gonna get both of those, and then we'll start taking out the bolts. Got both connectors out. Just use both hands. It does have like a little connector down there. Use a fork just like this, the clip right there, to pop it off. And I believe so on this side also. Okay, I'm not sure if that's on the fan. I don't think that's on the fan. If it is on the fan, I will move it. It seems like it's on the fan, but the fan, let's see what happens, but that's something we can do later. So we're gonna take off this bolt here and this bolt. So both 10mm got to come out. That's one. And so this is the one close to the belts here, is called condenser fan, and the other one's the radiator. They both work together, but if you get the AC on, this will most likely come on. This fan right here. Okay, one with this plate over here. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna remove this. I don't even lose it, and I try to turn it by hand. We're gonna take off this little guy and this little guy right here. If you're putting bolts in, if you see a longer and shorter bolts, you don't want to go too far because that will crack your radiator. So try to kind of keep your bolt in order. I always try to tell that to people, because a lot of people will put the bolts however they like, which is not a good idea. So now I need to determine, okay, let's see on the old one. Okay, it's not, so that bottom plate shouldn't be on the connector. So we're gonna lift this up. We're gonna try to come across a little bit, slowly and gently. This hose might bother you a little bit, so you can just kind of pull this hose. If your radiator looking like a crap, you will freaking crack it. So be careful with that. So I'm gonna put the camera down here. Let me put this up, and I'll put my camera here so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift this up. I'm gonna try to get this guy out of there, but it might not work. So it might be not my lucky day today. Okay, there you go. Oh, it is my lucky day. So I slid this guy open this way, and this guy comes right out. So I'm gonna show you guys. So it does have 2 legs on here, so you're gonna have to kind of force this little bit, but you don't want to crack your radiator. A lot of times your radiator will be kind of old and crappy and it will just break off, right? So be careful. So now what I want to do is I want to get the correct fan, which I kept in order here. Okay, so the fan without the big plate in the back. So this goes to the bottom, and this 2 bolts here goes to the top. And my lighting is not going to be best right now, but I just want to put this in slowly, and I'm gonna slide it over just like we did to take them out. Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep this here somehow, some way. So let me just angle my camera over here somehow, some way, so we all can see, and the light's gonna have to kind of come down. There you go, that's more better, that's more like it. So same thing, I'm gonna just kind of push this up, and the radiator fan, make sure you don't damage the radiator. You don't want to crack the freaking radiator. Take a very precaution with this. There you go. So I would recommend you guys at home drain your antifreeze and do it more easier than this. So we're almost there. A little bit more. Something is on the way. There you go. Nice and easy, and it just went in there where it's supposed to be at. So now, oh, lucky me, I got both of the legs in there as well at the same time. So let me grab my light and everything. So both of the legs are in. Make sure you don't rub against the radiator, because that will damage your radiator. So now what I need to do is, so make sure both of your legs down there are sitting on the base. Okay, so just by moving it around from the bottom, you should be able to tell. So something's wrong here. See that? Okay, so it's not the same fan, but it's gonna have to stay in there now. It's too bad, too late. So remember, get yourself a correct fan. So this one doesn't even fit in there. That sucks. Sucks to be me and sucks to be the car owner right now. We're gonna put the connector in. Make sure it clicks. Okay, but it will still work. We'll put a strap tie there. Make sure your fan is not hitting, the fins are not hitting anywhere on the radiator. That's very important. So I guess it is interchangeable, but just that bolt doesn't line here. And make sure you put a strap in, because it will vibrate and do all kinds of damage. And make sure you start the car and check both fans if they operate properly. So we're gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna take this fan, which is much easier, and this thing just drops down and dead right to the spot. Let's see if I get lucky with the legs. So the bottom legs gotta have to sit in there, and then we'll put the bolts in. Okay, so give me a moment, I'll move it around and get it into the spot. So we got both legs down there in. So these are the legs I'm talking about, these little notches in the bottom, these little notches. So they go down there and they sit into the holes in the bottom. I've seen people do this kind of job at home, or even the mechanics, and then they fail to connect the fan back in. Okay, so make sure the bolts are not going to hit the radiator first of all, and make sure you connect every single wire that you disconnected is connected back. Okay, because if you don't do that, so I'm going to connect this one right here. It should click. It's hard to see down there, but it's very fairly easy to hear that, guy. So that clicks in. Make sure you're not burning yourself with the catalytic converter. So we got both fans in there. I'm gonna put a strap tie on this, just a little bit bigger, but other than that, make sure the fins doesn't grind against the radiator. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start this car up, then we'll put this cover back in. I'm gonna put the AC on. And what we're gonna do is, once the AC, okay, we're gonna turn on the AC. Once the AC is on, both fans should come on, okay? So there's our boxes. So there you go, we got both fans running. 1, 2. They're both gonna run. They might take a little bit of time, but if you wanna drive the car around without the AC on, just observe it and see what's going on. So thank you for watching my video. Again, 2013 to 2017, how to put both the radiator fans in. So thank you for watching my video, and bye bye. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of silicone here, then I'm gonna put strap tie here, then I'll put the cover back in, and the 2 clips go in right here, and that's about it. But if you did take out the antifreeze, I want you to put the antifreeze in, fill up the antifreeze, make sure the clamp is in, nothing is leaking, and then check the antifreeze one more time after a day, so top it off, because it will go down a little bit. But anyways, the drain plug is all the way down there. Watch my drain videos, how to drain the antifreeze. So only take out about a half a gallon, so it's just half of the top is empty. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.